October 18, 1973. 11:02 p.m. A U.S. Army Reserve UH-1 Huey helicopter is cruising at 2,500 feet over Mansfield, Ohio. For crew members aboard, Captain Lawrence Coyne is at the controls. Then his flight medic spots a red light on the horizon, moving fast. Within seconds, it's clear this isn't another aircraft behaving normally. Sergeant John Healey saw it first, a red light to the west, moving toward them at what he estimated was an impossible speed. Coyne's first instinct was collision avoidance. He pushed the helicopter into a descent, dropping toward 1,700 feet, and radioed Mansfield Airport. The airport had no traffic on radar in their vicinity. The object didn't pass. It stopped. Crew members described a large, gray, metallic craft, cigar-shaped, roughly 60 feet long, hovering directly in front of and above the helicopter. It had a red light at the nose, a white light at the tail, and a green light on the lower section. That green light then swung directly over the cockpit. Here is where the account becomes particularly difficult to dismiss. Coyne had pushed the helicopter into a 20-degree descent. The controls had not changed, but the altimeter was climbing. The helicopter was ascending, through 3,500 feet, toward 3,800, with nobody commanding it to do so. Coyne described feeling a kind of light turbulence. Then the object was gone. The crew regained normal control at approximately 3,800 feet. Coyne leveled out and continued to Cleveland Hopkins Airport. All for crew members, Coyne, co-pilot First Lieutenant Arrigo Jesse, Sergeant Robert Yanaksek, and Sergeant John Healey, filed consistent, independent reports. None of them ever changed their accounts. The crew wasn't alone. On the ground near Mansfield, a family of 5, the Owen family, independently reported watching a red light and a helicopter, and then a large object moving north. They described green light flooding the helicopter from above. Their account was gathered separately and matched the crew's timeline without coaching. The Army conducted an initial inquiry. The official conclusion was effectively a non-conclusion. The incident was acknowledged, the crew's professionalism was not questioned, and no identification of the object was offered. The case was then referred to outside investigators. The military never provided an alternate explanation for the altitude change. Dr. J. Allen Hynek Center for UFO Studies investigated thoroughly. Researcher Jenny Zeidman spent years on the case, interviewing all witnesses separately. She found no inconsistencies. The ground witnesses eliminated hoax or misperception as explanations. No aircraft matching the described object was logged anywhere in Ohio airspace that night. The uncontrolled altitude gain had no mechanical explanation. The mundane explanations, a meteor, military aircraft, atmospheric phenomenon. Meteors don't stop and hover. No military craft in 1973 matched the description or behavior. The FAA found no logged traffic. The altitude gain, moving upward while controls commanded descent, is the part no conventional explanation has fully addressed. For trained observers, 5 corroborating ground witnesses. Lawrence Coyne flew for the Army Reserve for years after 1973. He was never diagnosed with psychological issues. He never sought publicity. He simply reported what happened over Mansfield, Ohio, at 11:02 p.m. on October 18 and stood by it. So what do you think? Is there a rational explanation, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below, and if you've had an encounter of your own, we want to hear about it. Subscribe to WT Historical for more documented cases from the edge of history.